fancy. But the main game that I've been playing this week, oh god, is Persona 5 Strikers.
All right.
I am enjoying it.
Okay.
I do have some things to say about it. I want to hear what you think about it first, though.
Okay. Well, I don't have probably as much playtime as you do. I got it day one, which is this past Tuesday, and I played it, I want to say maybe 2 to 3 hours. And I had to stop playing it, one, because I realized this has to be a mainstream game. I was just going to play it on Brawlers, but it is... We talked about it before. Reviews were saying it's more like a sequel to Persona 5 than it is a Warriors game, and truer words have never been spoken. It literally is just a sequel to Persona 5, and it's got some action RPG elements, so it feels more like that. That disappointed me a little bit, only because I was expecting a Warriors game, and I love Warriors games.
Me too.
I mean, if you were always intrigued by Warriors games, but thought it was a little bit too simplistic, I think this would be the best one for you to get into, especially if you're a big fan of Persona games and RPGs in general.
Right.
But I realized all that means is that I have to like take my time and digest this more like a high class dessert rather than potato chips. But I was hungry. I went out and I bought what I thought were potato chips.
Right. Yeah. I wanted potato chips.
I had potato chips delivered to me, and they brought me a thick chocolate mousse Black Forest cake, and I was like, "Oh shit! I have to have this at a fancy dinner." So
right.
So no, I like it. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of complicated systems you're gonna have to get used to, but probably won't take that long. And it feels a little clunky to switch characters in the game, and every character is so different that you have to kind of learn. Like a tutorial pops up each time you pick a new character. So I think it's going to be a mainstream game. So I'm going to play it on Monday Night Brawlers like I promised as the first episode. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays moving forward, I'm just going to start playing that as a mainstream game. And I'm not going to play it casually because I don't have a ton of time to play games casually outside of like in between work emails and stuff. And usually a game has to be really simple for me to be able to play it, or I have to be really used to it. Like I'm able to play this is going to sound funny. I'm able to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 a lot easier than I am Persona 5 Strikers, which I thought was odd.
No, I get that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, like you said, I was expecting chips, and I got New York style cheesecake. Like
this is thick. Woo, slow down.
Yeah, this is really thick. I was like, okay, so the gameplay in a Warriors game is just enemies everywhere. You go through, chop down the enemies, boss appears, chop them down, side event, go do that. But in this, it's like you can ambush the enemies just like in Persona 5. You have to be sneaky about it. You can't just run around and slice and dice. You have to manage your SP to use your special moves so you can get the one more and the all-out attack on the enemies. Like it's like you said, it's basically Persona 5.
Positioning is everything. You can't just run around willy-nilly. So it slows the combat way down, even though you think it would be fast and frantic.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't say this. I'm not disappointed that I didn't get my chips, but I just wasn't prepared.
No, I had to switch gears. Yeah,
I wasn't prepared at all because I literally played the game for like an hour and it was all text.
Yes,
and voice acting, and
just like Persona.
What?
Just like Persona.
And I love Persona. I just, like I said, we gotta bring our expectations back from what they were before release and digest this like a true Persona game, because that's what it is.
Yep.
It's literally Persona without turn-based combat. That's it.
That's exactly it. You're right.
And I'm excited to see where it goes. Some of it is a bit clunky, like you said, switching characters. Sometimes they do not even pop up when you do the baton pass. Getting ambushes on like the flying drone enemies, you should be able to do it from like hanging from balloons or something, but you can't for some reason. There's a lot of little things here that could be touched up and reworked, but all in all, I'm really enjoying it. And I'm about 5 hours in. And I still haven't beaten the first jail yet, if that tells you anything.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. With the Alice in Wonderland, why is she dressed like an asshole?
Right. What
Everybody's like,
love,
she's so cool. And I'm like, is she though?
She's so pretty. Marry me out. Make me your slave, Alice. Like, what?
Yo.
But
I mean, that
No,
that
go
ties
ahead.
into her. I was gonna say that kind of ties into the story though. Like there's a story reason why some people are so obsessed with her, like more than you would think
Right,
that they should be. So
right.
we
And
won't
it is
ruin
good.
that, but
It's all good fun, and
no,
it's
no,
real.
no, it's
It's
fun. The dialogue is still great. All the characters are still great. You can still say wacky things, and the characters be like, "Hey!" Like the first people to find out that the multiverse is back and that there are like palaces is Morgana, Joker, and Ryuji, right?
right,
And when they go back to explain it, they're like, "Right, you tell them." And then one of the options is, "We were just playing with y'all. Never mind."
right,
Like we were just fucking. So I chose that, and they're like, "Dude, don't say that. Then they're not going to believe us."
right.
I love picking those types of options because it doesn't really seem to have any effect. The best part about this game is going to be knowing that I don't have to seek out or like hyper plot out trying to maximize my relationships with the characters.
Yep.
I'm going to be able to do that more in sequence as part of the game and not worry about too much about skipping it on accident. So that's
And
good.
you know what I love most? When you leave the jail,
Yeah.
the day doesn't advance. So when
Yeah.
you leave the jail, your SP and HP recover, and you can go right back into the jail. So it's kind of like I wish they would have just put at the checkpoints you can recover your SP and HP.
Hmm.
So you wouldn't have to back out of the jail and go back in and do the little animation and pick where you want to go back, just to be
Yeah.
more streamlined. But I do like that you don't have to leave the jail and then a day passes and then you have one less day to complete it. So
Well, and
that's really dope.
pro tip for all you newbies out there: shortly into the game, you're going to be introduced to a badge system that you're going to get points through, story beats and in strengthening your relationships with people and gathering information. And those points can be used to buff up your team in various ways. One of the badges that you can eventually get is to fully restore HP and SP after every single battle. Save for that one for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one's going to be one you're going to want to get early as possible. So.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
my last bit is that Sojiro needs to be protected at all cost, and Yusuke is best boy.
okay.
That's it. That's it.
I really wanted to go to an art museum.
Right.
Culture,
A
history.
barbecue. Oh, okay, never mind. You had me at BBQ.
Poor Yusuke.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that's what I'm playing. So that's gonna be what I'm playing for probably the next 3 to 4 weeks, man. Honestly, I don't know how
Yeah.
long it's gonna take.
Yeah,
They
especially
said
since
it's around 50 hours or something.
I'm gonna be playing it for maybe 4 to 6 hours a week. So however long, just do the math, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get done with it this year, and we'll definitely do a spoiler cast on it. So look forward to that.